Alright boys, we got an exciting video for you all today. DLC 2 hype, the next operation for Black Ops 4 is coming very soon with new content in Blackout multiplayer and zombies. And in this video specifically, we're going to be diving into what we know so far and also discuss what the zombies DLC or DLCs could be for this. So if you enjoy this or have any thoughts about what's happening with Black Ops 4, I'm sure you've got something to say. Leave it down below as I'm reading all the comments. And if you're happy that we're getting new content in the game finally, then let me know by clicking that thumbs up button. And to stay updated with the latest news as soon as it drops, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, and if you have, then click that notification bell and turn on all notifications. For Black Ops 4, what is happening with this game next week? Well, it's getting a massive makeover by the sounds of things. This new operation, which is labeled the Grand Heist, is going to change a lot of things in all modes. And we don't even have to wait long before we hear official details, as on Monday, Treyarch are holding a live stream to talk about the next operation, and this includes Jason Blundell and Craig Houston. Last time this happened was a stream on the day of the DLC release, so hearing about this a day before to get us excited, some actual marketing, is fantastic, so you can check that out on my channel as it goes on live on Monday too. For any of you that play multiplayer, you should be very excited for this update because Treyarch has already gone and spoken about so many changes that they're making to every single weapon, as well as changes to equipment, as well as gear, perks, and score streaks. Way too much to talk in this video about it, so if you want to read up, there's a link down below in this video's description. And League Play is finally coming to the game on Thursday. That is huge. Blackout's also getting a significant update with Buried, I believe, as well as Standoff from Black Ops 2. Tons of new vehicles and what looks to be a cops and robbers type theme, which looks really cool. But zombies is what we care about, and that's what we're talking about in this video. And we believe this DLC to be either one map or for it to be two maps. Now, from the teasers a few weeks back during 115 Day, Jason gave the hint about it being Greece, and we know that Delphi, Greece is going to be the next location for the Chaos Zombies map. But we also heard many months ago from that QA tester about Nuketown Zombies being remastered and coming to the game at some point. I made a video a few weeks ago discussing my opinion, and it still stands. I think if Treyarch really want to win back the zombies community, then we need an Ether story map, man. I like Chaos, but I care so much more about seeing what happens to the Ether story with those characters far more than Chaos right now. And for all we know, this rumor of Nuketown Zombies, which has been going on for months and months now, might actually just end up being completely false and we never get it in any DLC. But everything that QA tester said has come true up till now. And whilst Nuketown Zombies isn't placed as the highest ranked and favourable maps to be remastered, there isn't many left, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we did get it. But again, at this point, it's still all speculation, but I wanted to make this video to talk about what things I'd like them to include, as well as things I'd like them to change if we do see a remaster of Nuketown. And I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. Before diving in, another reason why I think we will see Nuketown is the fact that the first comic we got for Call of Duty Zombies was a new loading screen for Nuketown. Now, it wasn't that different from the original, but every portion of it was zoomed out so you could see a lot more detail. Now, the key feature of this new loading screen is that you can see a name tag on the person wearing this hazmat suit, which is Dr. Schuster. As we learned from Classified, Dr. Schuster is shown to have survived the events at Griffin Station after Samantha was trapped in the MTD and became a controller of the zombies. So having this loading screen explained in a remaster would definitely be a nice thing to explain what he's doing there and why he's in this loading screen. The explanation on why we could be on a remastered Nuketown could be looked at from a Gorod Crovey cipher, where a lab is almost complete, where individuals are kept in stasis and on ice, and a specimen rotation continues once they finish drawing more power from the drill, which is what we see in the loading screen. The current blood samples there was the 4 Victus characters, so that makes things a little bit confusing because we have the Victus crew in ice in Blood of the Dead. They may have survived because there's a phone call in Classified which suggests that Samuel Stillinger has found himself in a brand new area. Yet this says they're kept on ice in a lab in Nuketown, which is really intriguing. So I really wanted to play as the Victus crew and really learn about how Martin ends up in the bunker, how long he's there for, but I feel for it to make sense story-wise, we can't play as the Victus crew on Nuketown. We'd be playing as a different crew entirely, but we'd see the Victus crew or perhaps talk to them. I have seen some suggestions that we could be playing as the Ultimus crew, which if that does happen, I will be the happiest person person on the planet, because we've waited since 2011 to finally play as the Ultimus crew again, and I would not be happy that now Primus has teamed up with them that we don't get to play as them again. They are just iconic characters, and I feel like the Aether story could come to an end in this game, so we need to be playing as these guys. It has to be Primus or it has to be Ultimus. Which crew would you prefer to play as in this map? Ultimus or Primus? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now, for things that Nuketown Zombies would need to change to make it more fun gameplay wise, it's just like with Blood of the Dead, they need to open this map the heck up. It's a very, very small playable space, and as a bonus map on Black Ops 2, it worked fine. But as a full-fledged map on Black Ops 4, we're going to need some more playable areas. The bunker is obviously going to be an area that we can explore in a remastered Zombies version. We already have it mapped out all in Blackout. The entire Zombies map from Black Ops 2 expanded upon with a whole island as well as an underground section is already in Blackout. So for Zombies, all we need to do is just change it up a little bit, but it's practically all there. Now technically this is happening after the events of Moon where our characters survived it, so I don't think we'd have rockets hitting down on Nuketown or perk machines flying in or anything like that, so that's going to be very, very different. I think one of the new areas that we could have in Nuketown Zombies would be the drill alone. It's an iconic part of the Nuketown lore which we never see in the original, and up until now never knew its significance on why it was there. Perhaps it could be the Pack-a-Punch area, as in Nuketown Zombies on Black Ops 2, it just simply is there. It just drops in. There's nothing special about it, nothing you need to do to get it, so we could either see that there or we could see it underground perhaps. Another narrative that we could see explored in a remaster of Nuketown is the mystery narrative of Group 601. This is a group which we know very little about, but there were hidden textures inside of Black Ops 2 of posters and propaganda relating to this group. As you can see, the Group 935 logo is here, but instead it says Group 601, and written in German it says Stage 2, and underneath it says Strength Through Order. This is all placed behind a huge mushroom cloud, which we've not seen in any other Zombies maps apart from Nuketown. You can also see two pylons in the back, which heavily links into the whole narrative of Black Ops 2, where you're activating pylons to help either Richtofen or Maxis. With the way that Treyarch handled explaining all the old stuff so well in Classified to continue it on, I feel they've got to touch on this and explain it. I'm also now just thinking that the bunker could hold so many more secrets than what we expect. There could be so much down there. What I mean by that is in 2025 it's noted that Broken Arrow used Nuketown in an attempt to acquire more Element 115. If you've read the Aether comic stories, you'll know that Broken Arrow was a government funded program with the intention of preventing another undead outbreak. In the 1980s, experimentation began with Broken Arrow after they recovered a shard of Element 115 from the Japanese, and they created mutations to gain an advantage in the Cold War, which they dubbed simply as bios. But later on that year, there was a breach where one of the mutated creatures escaped at the facility and massacred the employees where Russman was working. He also accidentally created the Denizens and the Avogadro, but as a consequence of the declining supply of Element 115, Broken Arrow attempted to excavate more through a drill near the Nuketown facility. As a result of Broken Arrow's excavation into the facility, a bomb exploded outside, which led to the undead outbreak and consequently the events of Nuketown Zombies. So with all of that in mind, if we do get Nuketown, it will be very interesting to see when exactly in the narrative timeline we're going to be playing on it, and why exactly we're on Nuketown as well, because knowing when we're there and why is going to be a huge deal. We know obviously that the main goal here is to defeat Dr. Monty, led by Nikolai, and teaming up with the Victor's crew. And somehow this is going to ultimately end or get to a point where it's Ultimus Richtofen with the rest of the Primus crew at Dr. Monty's house. How we get to that is anyone's business, but I'm excited to know why we go to Nuketown if we do, what exactly is going to happen, what sort of new things are we going to learn, and where is the Aether story going to be going from here, because after the Classified ending and the way that Blood of the Dead ended as well, I can't fathom at all how this story is going to continue on and what we're going to be doing next in order to get to the loading screen that we have seen for our characters outside of Dr. Monty's house. If you've got any ideas, then let me know down below. But early next week, we should know exactly what zombies map or maps we are getting with DLC 2, and it should be an incredible week ahead. So like I said, to keep yourself up to date with everything, as well as DLC 2 gameplay, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and turning on those post notifications. It's going to be a huge week, and I cannot wait to have some substantial new zombie stuff to jump into, so I cannot wait for that. But thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.